The one company that I didn't think would have ever taken a hardline stance did. Starbucks. Starbucks basically said, "All right, Pride is over. We're not doing it anymore." And they took down all the decorations, all the stuff celebrating Pride Month from, I believe, all of their stores. But yeah, that actually shocked me. That was one of the last companies I would expect to actually do it. But here's my thing when it comes to, because a lot of people are going, "Oh, well, this is a sign that the pendulum is swinging the other way, and that things are going to change. The culture is going to change." The thing that I don't understand is, how do we go from people trying to legalize pedophilia, literally trying to legalize pedophilia? That's all it was. That was the big move for this Pride. This year and last year, I believe. The big moves were to normalize pedophilia. Now, if the pendulum is swinging back the other way in the culture, how the fuck do we just move on from that? That's the thing that I've been having a problem with. I think also with when I was trying to figure out my purpose in this whole thing and trying to figure out the direction of this show is, how do we just move the fuck on from things? Sometimes I don't get it. Do people who are trying to legalize pedophilia and the people who are openly expressing their pedophilia, do they just now go back in the closet? Do the people that were trying to push it through in the schools, do they just, okay, we're just going to go the other way now. We're not going to promote it anymore. So people need to understand that, yeah, like maybe these companies are going to start swinging the other way. No pun intended, right? Swinging the other way. But that doesn't mean they're going to stop, first off. And the fact is that they're definitely not going to stop if we don't continue the fight. So what I mean by that is, this is where I'm saying we need to toughen the fuck up, because I could see it happening, is that they stop, they suppress the indoctrination of kids. They suppress all that stuff. And you'll see conservatives will just go, all right, now we could just be quiet. Now we can all just live in peace again. Now it could be 1993. And that's where I have a problem, is because then I look around and go, but wait a minute, we have pedophiles that we know are around us in the school systems. Why are we quiet? So that's what I want to instill in you guys, is if you start seeing this thing recede and you start seeing the leftists back up a little bit, understand, one, that doesn't mean they've stopped. That means they're just reconfiguring. They're just regrouping. They've seen that, okay, we went a little too hard. Let's pull back. When we see them pull back, that's when we need to go harder. We need to keep bringing it up. No, do you guys remember when you guys were trying to legalize pedophilia in 2022 and 23? You sick fucks. Call them out every single time. Don't ever let them put that back in the closet. They already opened Pandora's box, and that's their fucking fault. So even if they do try to bring back Pride Month next year, don't let it fly. Even if you see it that doesn't have any of the transgender stuff in it and all that stuff, they bring back the old school pride flag. Fuck that. We tried. We tried it already. Like, for instance, Christians. I think Christians are perfectly within their rights to say, listen, we tried to make it work. We tried to coexist with you, but now it's over. Now we realize that you're not responsible enough. You don't have enough morals to be a part of fucking society. So you're not moral enough to be integrated into our church. You get what I'm saying? Like Christians are like, it's fair. You can say it now. You tried. You tried, but it's over. So like look at this, for instance. Cuz Muslims let's see, Michigan City with all Muslim council bans pride flags on public property at bizarre, see how they word that, bizarre council meeting in which LGBTQ couple kiss. Okay, that's why it's bizarre. In front of shocked religious groups. And this is what's funny about the Muslims. As much as I disagree with them, they've actually taken that hardline stance against this because, and a lot of them have been making it about the kids. That's what I've been seeing is they're having it because they don't want their kids to be indoctrinated with this. And this is part of the reason why they hated America so much. Part of the reason, trust me. I'm not saying that's all of it, but yeah, the thing is what's funny about this is actually very progressive for Muslims. They actually went through the city council on this one. If it was up to them, they would have thrown you off the fucking building, off the city council building, with your hands tied behind your back, you queer. So, yeah, like, the thing is that they at least adhered to that part of their religion. And that's what Christians didn't do. Christians tried to accept. Christians tried to interpret the Bible in a different way. And I'm not saying that it was all Christians that did it, but there was a lot of Christians that knew it was blasphemy, knew it was sacrilege, but sat around and said, well, I don't want to be called a homophobe. I don't want to be considered a traditional Christian. Ew, that's lame. I'm a new age Christian. And it's just like what I said when people go, hey, I don't care what you do with your body when you're 18. It's just about the kids. We don't want to trans the kids. It's like, to me, I understand where you're coming from, but that's still, hey, I'm a cool guy. I could accept things. If you're an adult, I could accept your transgenderism. Just not the kids. It's the same shit. It's a better stance, don't get me wrong. But at the end of the day, it's still you trying to be a progressive. I'm not trying to be one of those conservatives that are seen as closed-minded. I don't want to be one of those. I don't want to be the typical conservative. When you don't realize that they're gonna fucking call you that anyway. They see you as a closed-minded fuck because you're a conservative, asshole. So what are you trying to be open-minded for? For what? You know where it leads. So yeah, let's just end transgenderism, period. I don't care if you're a goddamn adult. Because then you sick fucks grow up. Or not even grow up. You transgender yourself and then you want to fucking turn it onto the children. Something wrong with you. So yeah. Be I'm not telling you to be be closed-minded. But this thing where you're willing to say that you do, like, a big part of your ideology, you're willing to go, hey, I'm willing to accept it if you're an adult. You're just lying. You're trying to look like you. Because if you're a true conservative, that's not, you don't accept that a man could be a woman and a woman could be a man, then that has no age. So what the fuck are you talking about? We shouldn't push it on to anybody. That's the true hardline stance. It's a goddamn mental disorder. So you're pushing a mental disorder. You're just as what is the word? Compliant? Is that the word? Complicit. Jesus Christ. You're just as complicit at pushing that ideology. You're saying it doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal if you're an adult.